Linda!
Hey, hey.
Hi, everyone. I'm Samantha Tinador, and I'm thrilled to be here today with my good friend, Linda Pisani. She is with Holistic Grotto.
Mm-hmm.
You are an international psychic and healer?
Yeah, holistic wellness coach.
Holistic wellness coach. She's been my go-to person anytime I have maybe an accessory with a symbol on it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do these symbols mean?
We had some fun with that recently, didn't we?
Yes. And I think you just bring a lot of joy to people, and you help them understand themselves emotionally and personally. And I've had the opportunity to watch you work with people, for example, at Chicks Picks at Hillary's at the Health and Wellness
that was
event.
a fun event.
And we'll have to talk more. I think you have an event coming up that maybe you all would want to know about. But when you get a phone call from Linda and she's like, "You've been on my mind, I think we should talk," you're like, "Oh gosh."
Did I make you nervous?
It does, doesn't it? My son's interested in psychology, so he doesn't like to tell people that because they all of a sudden step back, right? Do you get that a little bit?
Yeah, the whole woo-woo thing, people either gravitate or hesitate.
Yes, yeah. So I am not deeply connected to anything. I have a very low emotional quotient. Is that called EQ? But that being said, I am fascinated by energy and healing, and so I love getting into conversations with you. But when she was telling me she couldn't get me off of her mind,
I had to make a phone call. I had to let you know.
She did, and she's like, I think we could talk about this further. I think this might be interesting to share further. And hey guys, I apologize. I did not put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So if we get interrupted, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. I just saw a notification pop up. But so we're here today. We decided to get together and talk about things like how colors make us feel, and things like what's emotionally tied to shopping and things like that. Things maybe you might have questions with and might want to explore more with Linda. But when she came in here today and she's like, "All right, what are you wearing? Why are you wearing that? What's wrong with you?" No, you were much nicer about that, but I was like, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm drained." I personally dress for my day, like what I have going on, which today looks like a powder puff game at the high school, and I'm dressed in school colors, and I think a lot of times people are dressed towards that, but we talked a little bit about colors and how they make you feel emotionally, so let's kind of play with that, and let's talk about the color you're wearing, the burgundy, or Merlot as it's popular to call now.
So the way that I work with clients is like I am basically moving into their energy. Okay, so we're all energetic, we all vibrate at different frequencies. So the things that we're wearing, the things that are around us in our environment, everything is pulsating and vibrating. So we're kind of in tune with that. So a lot of the times when I'm working with my clients, the one thing that I want to understand is, where is their frequency at right now? Where is their energy? Because when you understand your own energy, you can often get yourself through things. You can identify with, do I need to calm down? Do I need to be more vibrational or higher in my vibration? So understanding your body and then understanding your thought process that goes with it. Because a lot of times we've been told that we can't wear certain colors. Have you ever had that where someone said, you shouldn't wear yellow? And you're like, but I love yellow, because yellow makes me feel a certain way. So we're being programmed by what others have told us, or perhaps what fashion is telling us. So a lot of times be like, but I love yellow and it makes me feel really good. Or so we kind of do need to pay attention to what we like, what we're drawn to, because that's the emotions within us. And I know that you referenced today, you've got on the you pulled the
Periwinkle Royal. But one of the things I told her earlier was this color that she's wearing, this burgundy. And I will often say to my friends, watch me eat my words. But 2-3 years ago, this was a color that you would not have seen me in. I was so not wearing that color ever. There was this handbag that we brought out that I'm like, that is not going on my samples. I'm not wearing that. It looks great on you, not on me. And now here I am 2 years later, and I love the color. So what happened to me there? How did I go from hating a color? That's happened to me with yellow. I remember these yellow jeans that I thought, no, I'll never wear those. Then before I knew it, I was wearing them every other day. I've gone through stages like with blush, this? What was the difference for me there?
So we think about 2 years ago too, like energetically, what was happening in your life, right?
Okay.
So what are we doing? Where are we actively participating? It can be job related. One job kind of called, sometimes jobs call you to different colors because you feel a certain way in that working aspect. And then a couple of years later, we're constantly changing. We never stay the same. So like the way that we are energetically today, we're going to be different tomorrow and the next. So it's like we can't really overly plan with color because energy keeps changing and we keep changing as people. So like you're saying, you were like, I'd never wear that. It's just not me. I don't like it. It looks like this on me, like that, So energetically, your state was telling you this. Now you're like, well, I'm really called to it now. And so you're seeking out and you're attracting like different styles with this particular color and shapes and how you can accessorize. Because I know you're big into accessories. You like love the color, but now how do I accentuate that or tone it down?
That's interesting that you say that because you're right. There are those different shifts in your life that's happening, and you're like different moods, what you're prepared for, what you want. And it was interesting because we were talking about this color earlier. While it's this cut on here, and then you have the same color on, I would never put you in this top. Like this color is great on you, right? It's a good color on you, but fit wise, this doesn't match your personality, right? And style does tend to bring out a bit of our personality, right? So part of this, the puffy sleeve, a little bit playful, a little bit joyful, this is the type of thing that makes me happy now. And then when I put it on and I finish it the right way, I sometimes need a little bit of inspiration. I might follow someone else's style and be like, okay, I like that. Kind of, like we were talking about like on social media, you see someone's style and you're like, oh, I could see myself wearing that. It's easier when you see someone wearing it versus on a rack, right? But it's such, I don't know if you've had your colors done before, but you obviously wear this color well, but why are you attracted to this color?
See, I would agree with you if I was in like my 30s. This was not a color I was drawn to at all. So I was more like the light blues, the even fluorescent. I love fluorescent things. I was like the fluorescent fingernails and I had blue eyeliner. And like, so when I moved to the US in 1996, it was like people were like, oh my God, she's wearing blue eyeliner. Like I'm a throwback
she
from
must
the
be
70s.
Australian. No.
I am a child of the 70s, so but I love lots of really bright fluorescent colors. I like it was, and when you think about the bright colors too, they draw attention, right? So when you're in that busy phase of your life, you're very active. It's like you're very happy to have attention, kind of like, or that color that draws attention to you. So as I'm getting older, it's like I kind of like feeling as though I want to be a little bit more mellow. So I'll choose the colors that are more like this color in particular. I call it like a burgundy. Is that the right color?
Merlot is trending, but
like
burgundy
my
works.
My cab. So with this color, it kind of for me feels very grounding. So the emotions attached to that is like you'll be drawn to a color at that time that is kind of like matching your vibration. So for me, it's like I feel really grounded right now. I've had some challenging days where I've felt like a little not myself, a little bit grouchy. So in that case, I know that I'm starting to get a little out of my body, a little foggy, like you're not really having a lot of clarity. So the more that you wear a color that signifies like grounding for me, which would be like an olive,
earthy colors.
Yep. So they kind of like pull your energy back down again. So it kind of gets you out of that, kind of like the crazy headspace.
So I think what you're saying, crazy. I like crazy.
You don't have crazy?
But so I think what you're saying is like if you want to feel, you're interpreting color, that if you want to feel a little bit more grounded and connected, go towards earthy tones.
Yeah.
Right? If you want to feel a little bit more excitement and energy and fun, wear bright colors. One of the things I talk to with a lot of my clients is, all right, tell me what's in your closet. Tell me what you need. And like, my whole closet's black or my whole closet's blue. But usually they say it's black and I need color. So then I suggest color. What do they buy? They buy black.
Right.
So why do you think they're choosing black over color?
Yeah. I'm one who has black as well. I love it from a staple standpoint. I think it's great to have a black pair of pants or a solid black top. But when you're kind of like really staying in that all black zone, I relate that emotion to, it's kind of like you feel safe, right? You don't want any attention on you. You don't really want a spotlight. You're just like, I just want to walk into a room. I want to blend in. I want to feel comfortable. There's something comfortable about black because you don't stand out.
Well,
So-
it's clearly a neutral, but I think you
Yes.
said earlier that it doesn't really have an energy attached to it. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's kind of just like equal. It's kind of like balanced. And so like the color today, you wearing like this periwinkle. And I know you said last night you were kind of up late, didn't really get a good sleep, you know, up again to morning early in the morning doing things. So with the blue, it's kind of like the blue is related to that calm. It's like great communication. It's really good for balance. It's kind of like that harmony. So you were saying like you feel a little off, a little cloudy, a little foggy. So it's like that blue kind of brings you back into a balanced focus again.
You actually texted me 2 days ago and said, "What are you going to wear?" And I was like, I cannot answer this question. I literally, and I think we all have little processes. I can't pre-plan what I'm going to wear. And I have a pretty small wardrobe. This is pretty much what I wear. There's not a lot of choices. I like that. But the idea of trying to pre-plan was just not working for me. I literally go through, I have to get ready to conquer my day. Like, I've got to take a shower, I've got to fix my hair, I've got to put makeup on a little bit type thing. But even if I'm not going anywhere, I feel like I have to go through those stages to get my work done, to be productive in a day. So, and it's when I'm in my shower that I start planning what my outfit's going to be. So pre-planning is super hard for me in that
It's really
standpoint.
interesting that you mentioned the shower, because there is a lot of energy that takes place when you're having a shower, right? You're cleansing your body, so you're kind of releasing a lot of things that you're holding on to that block you from making decisions. Some of the best decisions arrive when we're in water. So when you're having a shower, you're laying in the bath, you're kind of cleansing the body, you're letting go of the day, or just getting, it's kind of like the roar. You go back to your raw self, so you're making really good-minded decisions.
Whoa,
so it's interesting.
what's a roar self?
A raw self.
Sorry, I interrupted her. Wait, what? I got a roar necklace. Should I go put it on? Will I feel better?
So if you think about raw, it's just coming back to your natural state. So if you think about
raw or roar?
R-A-W, raw. Not like raw.
Roar. I
I have cheetah clothes. That's like my raw.
I definitely thought she meant roar. Raw.
Raw.
Okay.
It's the Aussie accent. Come on.
Okay. All right. Let's revisit this conversation. All right. Back to your raw self, and I was totally distracted with roar. All right.
So yeah, when you're in your raw state, we tend to make decisions that are better for us because we're not impacted by all the stuff, right? So when we're busy, you know, like we do make decisions, which is, you know, it's the human in us. We've got to keep going and making decisions. But when you get submerged in water, or you're having the shower, or even if you're around a lake, sometimes that's when the clarity comes through for you in your decision making.
I need a waterfront home.
Right.
Do you see a waterfront home in my future?
Absolutely.
As I dressed for my day for the Powder Puff team to win, I also put a poll on Instagram that said, who's going to win, the juniors or the seniors? Do you know?
How badly do you want to know?
I want to know.
Okay. I'm going to whisper.
Okay. I know the answer.
Do you know what I said? Is there any psychics out there?
So, all right. So let's go back to, have we covered what we wanted to talk about? Let's talk about textures when people touch and feel things. What draws them? Like, I feel like I could walk through a store and not really be looking at anything and go, oh, right? I feel something and I go back in and I buy it.
Yeah.
Why?
Have you ever thought about it too, where it's when you touch something, right, it connects to an emotion. When I think about things like this here for me, it's like it's warm, it has like a soft feeling, and it kind of takes you to that place of like, I want to be cuddled on my couch, you know what I mean, with in this particular you know, jacket or top. And so I think that touching is really important because we're very attached to emotions through touch. It gives us that sensitivity. It takes us back to a childhood, a hug, you know what I mean? Things that make us feel good about ourselves. So that's why we go through shops and, you know, I touch a million things. I'm always like to my daughter, Taylor, come and touch this. Oh my God, you've got to feel this. Have you ever done that with your friends when you're shopping? That it's almost annoying because people are like, oh my God, she touches everything. But
Reminds me.
The thing is that it makes you feel good and it takes you back to something. So that's why there's a what do you got here?
Speaking of touch. Okay.
You gonna bust your ball?
I'm gonna pop my cloud.
Right here. These are amazing. Oh my goodness.
Right?
Yeah. Isn't that so soft? See?
It's like a little cloud.
Yeah,
A little
quick, you
puff
gotta